Hey YouTube, I'm Jennifer Lassick and I am a founder and partner with Starfish Living, and I am going to be doing a series on how to create, manage, and evaluate an effective list of resolutions for 2018. I am an incurable resolution writer. I love to write resolutions. I often start in October and I go through a whole process of you'll see the process, but there are several steps involved until I come up with the list that I feel really is my list for the year. And then I check in and journal on it week by week, and I evaluate it. And I will tell you quite honestly that over the years, in probably the last 7 or 8 years is when I've been using this method, I have done some amazing things, and I know it's because of this resolution process. And just some examples, I finished my master's in public administration. I took a great job offer and moved out to Wyoming and had this adventure out west. I did my first sprint triathlon, and as you can probably see from watching this, I am a chubby chick. And I still was able to train for and do a sprint triathlon. It's something I never thought I'd be able to do. I rode my bicycle across the state of Washington from Anacortes all the way down to Astoria, Oregon. So that was something that was a resolution of mine, that I was going to train and do that. I started a Christmas club account so that my money from my work would go into this little Christmas club, so that in November I would have money for Christmas shopping and I wouldn't be scrambling around or putting everything on debt. And then I moved my family back to the Chicago area for a dream job, an amazing job. And most recently I started this business, this Starfish business. And these are all things, along with lots of other little things, that came to be through resolutions. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I will tell you that I do not achieve all the resolutions I write. There are some that go by the wayside, and there are some that are kind of like, they go along and they kind of do fits and starts. And sometimes I will have a resolution on my list 1, 2, or 3 years, and it takes a year. The first year it'll kind of sputter along, and it's the next year that it really becomes great. So, I want you to think that this is like a perfect process, but it's a really good process. So we're going to dive right in, and for this week, what I will tell you that this is going to be like the starting point. And so what we want to do today is we really want to come up with a comprehensive list of everything you might want to accomplish in the next year. Big things, little things, pie in the sky, practical. And it should just, like, it's the sky's the limit. And so what we're going to do is what's called a brain dump. And I actually have these inserts that are brain dump inserts. And they're just like, these are the clouds, like your thinking clouds. And I just started writing. So I have everything, like this one says, and I don't even use a rhyme or reason. I don't categorize them. I don't do anything other than write. Anything that comes into my head. So I have stretching, yoga 5 times a week. Learn how to use Cricut, which is to make stickers and cutouts. 2 new calendar designs for 2019. A consistent prayer life. Develop better work outfits. Get back into practicing the cello. Eat food as fuel. Sell 1,460 planners. Yeah, there was a method to that number. Cut sugar out. Drink 64 ounces of water daily. Bring family debt down by 30%. Schedule date nights. I mean, it's just everything that I could think of that I was like, ooh, I'd like to do that. Ooh, I'd like to go for a long distance ride. I'd like to stop wasting food and household products and get better at really stretching a dollar. Anything like that I put down. And some of these are the real typical ones that we all have, lose weight, stop spending money, get organized. And some of them are just things that are like, for me, one of the things I want to do is start scheduling laundry days. I have a tendency to be throwing laundry in whenever, wherever. So I have a big one this year to help my daughter pick out a college or university because she's a junior and it's time for us to do that. So I want to make sure we accomplish that. So when you're all done, and we have now, one thing I will tell you is that everything that I do, all the products that I use, are all available from our Starfish Living store. That being said, I will always give you an alternative. There's always another way you can do it. So I don't want you to feel like you have to buy our products, or that this is just like a product placement. Well, it is kind of a product placement in that I'm using our products, but like for the brain dump, you can use just a blank piece of paper. You can, I would try to get away from something that has lines, like the kind of paper you write paragraphs, and do something a little more free form. The backs of these pages that I'm using are a dot grid. So that's kind of, that kind of gives you a little bit more ability to draw arrows and connect things, or to make little squares here with stuff in it and then a circle here. But any paper, blank notebook sheet, anything like that'll work. And the idea is to just write and write and write and write and write. And it should be a several day process. Like, right now I've got 3 pages. This is what my list looks like. Right, I have 1, 2, and see how this one's not quite as full because I kind of ran out of gas, and then these ones are more full. So tomorrow I'm going to add more stuff to this, and I'm going to be doing something in the house, and then I'll think, oh, that's a good resolution, or I'm going to go to buy something and be like, dang it, my account is getting low. I don't want to be in this position next year. Or I'm going to be at the grocery store watching some lady save $37 in coupons, and I'm going to be like, I want to be better about shopping the sales and using coupons, and whatever the case may be. So as you're doing this, I would sit down now and start, just because there's a very much power in just do it now. Something you can do it now. Gretchen Rubin, in the book The Happiness Project, she had a 1-minute rule, and her rule was, if it takes less than 1 minute to do it now. And I really have tried to incorporate that into my life. So I know that this is not just a 1-minute thing, but if you're going to follow through on it, you should just start it now. So take a few minutes, get it started, and then you can revisit it tomorrow or the next day. And we will come back together in about a week. And then I'm going to show you what to do with all of this. It may look overwhelming. I'm going to show you how to start organizing it and start making it into something that's going to become an action plan for you, and something that's very manageable. I'm looking forward to 2018. New Year's has really become my favorite holiday because I love a fresh start. And I promise you, this year does not have to be a year like others, where you either refuse to make resolutions because you just know you're going to fail, or whether you start some and fade off. I read somewhere that February 8th is supposed to be the day that most people have dropped off of their 75% or something of the people have dropped off their resolutions. So we're going to beat the February 8th date and leave it in our dust. So anyway, again, if there's anything that you want that you see, www.starfishliving.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and it's all some iteration of Starfish Living, a starfish_living. And you can find me, I'm Jennifer Lassick, and then on Twitter and Instagram, I think my handle is Jentopia. See what I did there? JENNTOPIA08, and feel free to follow me on there as well. So, okay, see you in a week. Happy brain dumping, and I hope you come up with some really great stuff, because 2018 is going to be our year. Our year.